I heard my name before I saw her face. Just a whisper. A soft, nervous exhale carried through the half-closed bedroom door like something fragile trying not to break. He'll be gone by then, we'll have everything ready. The words landed too neatly, too rehearsed. My hand froze on the doorknob. I stood there in the hallway, shoes still on, coat still zipped, breath still cold from the winter air, and listened to the life I thought I owned being carved apart in real time. No anger, not yet. Only stillness. Her voice dipped lower, but the meaning was impossible to miss. Plans, timelines, when it's finally over, and a laugh, quiet, relieved. Relieved. My chest tightened, but my mind sharpened. Something inside me stepped back, observed, began arranging facts like chess pieces. I didn't push the door open. Didn't interrupt. Didn't breathe too loud. I simply memorized the tone of her voice, the way guilt can sound like excitement when the door is almost closed. And then I stepped away. By the time she ended the call, I was in the kitchen, pretending the world hadn't shifted beneath my feet. She greeted me like nothing had happened. I greeted her back the same way. That was the moment I knew. She believed I was already gone. She just didn't realize how quickly I could disappear while standing right in front of her. It wasn't one detail. It was the accumulation of them. The late-night messages she tilted away from my eyes. The new passwords. The sudden insistence that she needed space, though we lived in the same walls, slept under the same roof, breathed the same recycled air. I dismissed it as stress, work, fatigue. But that phone call, it reframed everything. At dinner, she asked how my day was, like she hadn't just reduced our marriage to a logistical obstacle. I watched her hands, steady, calm, too practiced. She didn't look up often. Guilt makes eye contact dangerous. And there it was again, that small relief when she thought I wasn't paying attention. A future without me. Already drafted. Probably saved in her phone under a different name. My appetite died quietly. I studied her smile, realizing it wasn't for me anymore. Maybe it hadn't been for a long time. Something inside me cracked. Not loudly. More like a line forming in glass, thin, inevitable. The betrayal wasn't loud. It was silent, methodical, almost elegant in its construction. I excused myself early. Said I was tired. She didn't question it. She didn't hear the click inside my head when everything became an investigation. I began with her patterns. Her rhythms. The small inconsistencies that only become obvious when you stop trusting the person creating them. Phone backups. Receipts. Deleted messages that weren't fully erased from cloud storage she forgot I had access to. I kept my breathing steady, movements deliberate. A husband going about his evening. Inside, my thoughts were surgical. Her timeline didn't line up. The late nights had names attached. Locations. Hotels. Nothing explosive. Nothing dramatic. Just the quiet evolution of a lie. I started collecting everything. Screenshots. Dates. Photos she thought would never surface again. Even DNA kits, though I wasn't sure yet what I feared more, discovering something or discovering nothing at all. I observed her from across the room. The way she checked her phone. The way she smiled at messages she didn't open near me. The way she seemed relieved when I said I had extra work. Relieved. Every night I pieced the puzzle together. Every morning I greeted her with the same warmth she no longer deserved. I became invisible in my own home. And she mistook invisibility for trust. That was her first mistake. The full truth arrived in a folder, cold, clinical, absolute. Dates. Voice recordings she didn't know her device backed up. A timeline of betrayal that stretched back further than I dared guess. And confirmation. She wasn't just leaving me. She was replacing me. I found her sitting on the couch when I finally approached. She looked up, unaware her world had already been dismantled. I placed the folder on the coffee table. Read it, I said, my voice level empty. She flipped through the pages. Her face collapsed. Shock. Fear. Rage misplaced but expected. How long have you? Long enough. Silence. Heavy. Suffocating. She broke first. They always do. I didn't yell. Didn't accuse. I simply handed her the second envelope, the one with the financial transfers, the hidden accounts, the messages outlining her escape with him. I already forwarded copies, I said. To the necessary people. Her breath caught. The color drained from her face. You can leave tonight, I added. That part of your plan can stay. I watched the realization settle. Everything she built behind my back had been dismantled quietly, methodically, without a single raised voice. Her future collapsed in her hands, and I didn't move to help her pick up a single piece. She begged, apologized, cried. I listened the way one listens to distant thunder, aware of the noise, untouched by it. There was no satisfaction in watching her break. Only clarity. I packed one bag. Not because I needed to leave, but because I already had. At the door she asked if I hated her. I paused, looked at the life behind me already dead. No, I said. I'm done feeling anything. And then I stepped into the quiet. The final thought landed with the softness of a blade sliding home. She planned a life without me. I merely let her live it. Alone.